The Cat in the Hat presents Dr. Seuss, The Cat in the Hat.
The sun did not shine. It was too wet to play. Just sit in the house all that cold, cold, wet day.
Goodbye, kids. I'm leaving now. Have fun. I'll be back at 3:30 sharp.
Sit by the window, just sit there and stew and wish there were something. Something to do. Too gooey and dunky outdoors to play ball. Nothing doing. Nothing at all.
Fun, fun, how can you have fun? Just sitting doing nothing when there's nothing to be done. Nothing, 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 absolutely nothing, nothing, positively, absolutely, absolutely, positively, nothing, 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 nothing to be done.
Nothing to do but sit, sit, sit. Just sit in the house. Just sit there and grumble. Then, all of a sudden, something went bump.
Look! A cat! In a hat!
You will note I am neat. Wiped my feet on the mat. Why do you sit there like that? I know it is wet and the sun is not sunny. I know it is damp and the sidewalks are runny. But what I can't see...
Now you listen here, cat.
...is why you sit there like that. I know some good games we can play.
Listen, cat.
I know some great tricks.
Listen, cat in the hat.
I know that your mother won't mind if I do, and I'm simply itching to show them to you and to you.
Out of this house. I'm warning you. Get.
Who's that? I believe that we haven't yet met.
The name is Crinklebine. Carlos K. Crinklebine.
Ooh.
Now, please go away. Tell that top-hatted cat he should not be about. He should not be here when your mother is out.
My dear Mr. Crinklebine, my tricks are quite safe. I invite you to join in the fun if you wish. With a game that I call Hop, Hop, Hop with a Fish.
Put me down. Put me down, you fool cat. Outrageous. Now let me repeat, and I don't like to shout, but he should not be here when your mother is out.
It's up to you kids. Whatever you say. If you think me untrustworthy, send me away.
Well, he is getting the house sort of messy and dirty. And Mother...
Yeah, Mother. Back home at 3:30.
A vote of no confidence. I most humbly bow to the voice of the majority. Goodbye now. Off to Siberia. Ha! Somebody stole my moss-covered three-handled family Gradanza. Nobody's gonna leave this room until I find it.
Pardon me, sir. You lost our moss-covered what?
Three-handled family Gradanza. So, That's your attitude, eh, Crinklestein? Did you steal it? There's a Gradunza snitcher in the house. Things will never be the same. How dear to my heart was that beautiful Gradunza that my old feline father bequeathed to me. That old family Gradunza, the old three-handled family Gradunza, the old moss-covered three-handled family Gradunza that hung on the family tree. I've been burgled, thwartled by a fish.
Aw, give it back to him, Mr. Crinklebine.
Come on now, don't be mean.
But I didn't steal his Whatsis. I'm guiltless. I'm clean.
Thwartled by a fish. I'll never see my darling moss-covered three-handled family Gradunza anymore.
By the way, Cat, just what is a family Gradunza?
Oh, they come in all styles, from triple G to -0.
Is it bigger than a...
Occasionally, but on most occasions not.
Is it smaller than a...
They no longer make that kind. But one family Gradunza is always smaller than another. Should old family Gradunzas be forgot and never brought to my... Now, if I were a fish, where would I hide a moss-covered three-handled family Gradunza?
Whatever it isn't here.
And whatever it isn't here.
Wherever it is left in some lurch. Wherever it is, we must speed up the search.
I'll tell you this. It's not in the unabridged dictionary. But let's find that thing and get rid of that cat.
There are more scientific methods of searching than that.
And just what kind of science does the cat recommend?
Why, the principle of calculatus eliminatus, my friend.
Calculatus what?
Calculatus eliminatus. I went to Cat Tech, where I studied the same. What other cats do you know who can make such a claim?
Very well, Dr. Calculatus. Find it and eliminate us yourself.
I shall indeed. When you've mislaid a certain something, keep your cool and don't get hot. Calculatus eliminatus is the best friend that you've got. Calculatus eliminatus always helps an awful lot. The way to find a missing something is to find out where it's not. It isn't here, I'll mark this X. It isn't there, I'll mark that Y. It isn't underneath the apple, mark the apple HKI.
It isn't in this keyhole.
No.
And it isn't on my knee.
Mark the keyhole K300, mark the knee 57B. We just jot down all the places where it isn't, and gee whiz, very shortly we will locate where the missing object is.
It isn't here.
842J.
It isn't there.
F607. You can mark the piano 22,000 decimal point 11.
It isn't in the icebox.
That's strange.
It's not on this TV.
Icebox 024.5. TV 1,000,003. When you've mislaid a certain something, keep your cool, don't go to pot. Calculatus eliminatus is the best friend that you've got.
Calculatus eliminatus always helps an awful lot.
The way to find a missing something is to find out where it's not.
Look at this house. Look at this. Look at that. This uncouth, barbaric, tempestuous lout. He should not be here when their mother is out.
Very well. I'm a punk. A cartunculus schnunk. Nobody loves me. Not one tiny hunk. I agree. I'm a griffulous, gropulous groove. I'm a schmoozler, a schminkler, and a poo-poobler, too. I'm a horrendous object, which nobody loves. I'm untouchable, unless you wear antiseptical gloves. So what? I'm a punk, a cartunculus schnunk. Nobody loves me. Not one tiny hunk. I'm a punk.
Cretunculus schnunk, shatunculus cat, incratulous, out, 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 out!
Crinklefish, old fellow, your little fish nerves are so jumpy-wumpy. Fishenstein, poor fellow, your little heart's going bumpy-wumpy. Fish, poor old fellow, I know exactly what you need. You need a small tranquilizer. You do. You do indeed. Poor, troubled, crinkled fish friend, just relax. Close your eyes. Your good old Uncle Cat will now proceed to tranquilize. Beautiful kitten fish, sleep, baby, sleep. Your eyelids are droopy, bloop, 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 bleep, bleep. The Sandman on tiptoes comes creep, 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 creep. Hush your mouth, shush your mouth. Sleep, 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 sleep. Safe in your beddy by, sweet dreams to you. With your teddy bear steady by. Blue, 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 blue. Beautiful kitten fish. Sleep, baby, sleep. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, bleep, 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 bleep.
You sure relaxed, Mr. K.
He needed sweet sleep in his bad-addled brains. But the problem of finding my moss-covered family redunza remains. I need help. I most truly do. In this box are my helpmates, Thing 1 and Thing 2. From this box will emerge Thing 2 and Thing 1, and they can find anything under the sun. It can be done. It can be done. They can do anything, anything, anything under the sun. If your nerves are getting nervous and your house is topsy-turvous, they are always at your service. Thing 2 and Thing 1.
Fish, there's always one, some long-faced, sour-bellied son of a gun.
There's always some fish, some sour-bellied fish, who's the only one who wishes to flatten up fun. Doesn't like fun, doesn't like fun, good, clean, wholesome, isn't fun.
FBI? Listen. I am a fish residing at 2322 Magnolia Boulevard, and I want to report a cat in the hat. FBI! Somebody please answer. Where is everybody?
Sorry, that line is temporarily out of order.
There's always some fish who doesn't like fun. Good, clean, wholesome isn't fun.
They can find anything, anything under the sun.
This reactionary fish-faced louse doesn't like flying kites in the house.
They can find anything, anything under the sun.
Bobble-vick, biggity, boys. Can't see things on to fly outdoors.
Thing 1 and Thing 2. Thing 2 and Thing 1. They can find anything, anything, anything under the sun.
Hello.
Thank you. 22, 37, 43, 10, 67, 21, 14, 8, height! There's always some fish, some crotchety one.
There's always some fish, some blotchety one. There's always some fish, some sour fish. There's always some fish, some fish.
If your nerves are getting nervous and your house is topsy-turvous, they will both be at your service on the run. They'll find my long-lost moss-covered three-handled manly gradunza thing, two, and thing, one.
Out! Out! Out of this house!
Out! Out! Why, every house should have a cat in it. Curled up by the fireplace, a little warm.
Out! And take those things with you! Out!
Take the things? Who ever heard of a house without things in it?
They're not things. They're... And you're not a cat. Who ever heard of a 6-foot cat?
But I am a cat. Technically, I'm a cat in a hat.
You're not a cat in a hat. That's not a hat. You're not a cat. You're a...
I am indeed a cat, and this, indeed, is a hat. In English, cat. Hat. In French, chapeau. It really is quite obvious, don't you know? In English, cat. Hat. In French, chapeau. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. I repeat, cat, hat, in French, chapeau, in Spanish, el gato in a sombrero.
He's a cat in a hat, he's a cat in a chapeau. He also is a gato in a sombrero. Ole, 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 oh.
Where were we? Oh, yes. Tat, hat, in French, chapeau, in Spanish, el gato in a sombrero. And I'll tell you something more, now you listen to me good. In German, I'm a Katze und das ist meine Hut. Ist das nicht ein Katzerhut?
Ja, das ist ein Katzerhut, Katzerhut, Katzerhut. Ja, das ist ein Katzerhut.
Now, if you're in a receptive state of mind, I'll recapitulate. Cat, hat, in French, chapeau. In Spanish, el gato in a sombrero. In German, I'm a Katze in a hoot. And don't you know, I'm a guanka in a bunker quunk. In Eskimo,
You're a guanka in a bunker quunk in Eskimo?
right.
He's a Quanka in a bunker quunk in Eskimo. Ist das nicht ein Bunker quunk? Ja, das ist ein Bunker quunk. Bunker, bunker, quunker, bunker. Yes, indeed, that is so. He's a Quanka in a bunker quunk in Eskimo.
Now, to be certain that I have this straight, I'll recapitulate. Cat, hat, in French, chapeau.
Good.
In Spanish, you're a gato in a sombrero. In German, you're a Katze in ein Hut, I also know. You're a gunka in a bunker quunk in Eskimo.
By George, I think he's got it.
Now, if you will allow me, sir, but please don't think I'm pushing, I think that I can tell you what you are in Russian.
What?
Shabka, schlappa. You're a shabka in a schlappa. Hey!
I am? Why, that's splendid. I'm a Schapka in a Schlepper. 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 I'm a Schlepper 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 in a Schlepper. That's enough of that. I'm a cat in a hat.
He's a cat of many countries, he's a cat of many hats.
He's a Gusby and a Busby, he's a Snurker in a Snats.
And in Scotland, up in Scotland, in Bonnie Scotland. In Bonnie Scotland, I'm a in Bonnie Scotland, he's a in Switzerland, in Switzerland, in Switzerland, I'm a yodel, yodel, yodel in a yodel-a-hoo.
He's a yodel, yodel, yodel in a yodel-a-hoo.
And what am I in dear old Ireland?
Why, you're a Kate and a Kinfert.
And in Holland.
You're, let me see. Oh, you're a cat in a hole.
Glory be.
He's a cat of many countries, he's a cat of many hats. Many, many foreign countries and an awful lot of hats.
In Boo-Goo, Boo-Goo, he's his darling. He's a Scoo-Goo and a Swally.
He's a Posca in a vest. He's a Posca in a vest.
Out in Farah, I'm a Perk in a pagoda. I'm a Futz in a fedora. How are things in Glockamora?
What a cat, what a cat.
In a hat. Your mother.
Mother? Mother?
Thank you for a fascinating afternoon.
What do we do now?
She's passing Mrs. Blumberg's house.
Sweep, sweep up the memories, those old untidy memories, broken, mixed up memories of what we had one day.
She's passing Mrs. Thompson's house.
Sweep, sweep out the nonsense, that crazy happy nonsense. This world's too old for nonsense. Sweep, just sweep it all away.
Here she is, coming up the driveway.
Everything in a state of grace, everything back in its proper place. No more rainbows for us to chase, no more games to play.
Garage door's open. She's
Sweep.
inside the garage.
Sweep out the laughter. There's no more time for laughter. At least, not until after I come back.
Now she's taking her groceries out of the car.
And you know,
Here she comes.
I just may.
Hi, kids. Hope you had fun today. Well, you kids will never believe this, but I could almost swear I saw a cat. A cat in a hat, mind you, going down the street with a moss-covered, three-handled family Gradunza.
The Cat in the Hat
That's me.
presents Dr. Seuss on the Loose. A three-decker consisting of 1, the Sneetches, 2, the Zacks, 3, green eggs and ham.
Oh, Oh, at the edge of each ocean, you'll always find beaches. Beautiful, glorious, glorious beaches. And when I meander on peaceful-ish beaches, I frequently find myself thinking of Sneetches.
Sneak, did you say Sneetches?
Yes, S-N-E-E-T-C-H-E-S, Sneetches.
Oh, S-N-E-E-T-C-H-E-S, Sneetches.
Now, the star-bellied Sneetches had bellies with stars. But the plain-bellied Sneetches had none upon theirs. No stars on their bellies, no stars upon theirs. Now, those stars weren't so big. They were really quite small. You would think such a thing wouldn't matter at all. But because they had stars, all the star-bellied Sneetches would brag.
We're the best kind of Sneetch on the beaches.
With their snoots in the air, they would sniff and they'd snort. They'd have nothing to do with the plain-belly sort.
Ronald, remember, when you are out walking, you walk past a Sneetch of that type without talking. Keep your snoot in the air and remember to snort. We have no truck whatever with the plain-bellied sort.
When the star-bellied children went out to play ball, could a plain belly get in the game? Not at all. You only could play if your bellies had stars, and the plain-bellied children had none upon theirs.
Yeah, your belly's got no star. Twinkle, twinkle, lovely little star.
Twinkle, twinkle, stupid little star.
If there's one upon your tummy, that's just yummy, you're my chummy.
If there isn't, you're a crummy, slummy, gummy, bummy, dummy.
That applies likewise to your daddy and your mommy. Twinkle, twinkle, lovely little star.
Twinkle, twinkle, stupid little star.
When the star-bellied Sneetches had Frankfurter roasts, or picnics, or parties, or marshmallow toasts, they never invited the plain-bellied Sneetches. They left them out cold in the dark of the beaches.
From the heights of Mooba to the gullies of Gazoo, there is nobody else who has one. We're the favorite few who do. And so a toast, raise your marshmallow stick. A toast, raise your good fellow stick. And toast the glorious gimmicky that makes us what we are. Sound off and let the welcome ring in praise of our exclusive thing. A toast, raise your marshmallow stick. A toast, raise your good fellow stick. A toast to your belly star.
They kept them away, never let them come near. That's how they treated them year after year. They got snubbed, they got snooted, their bottoms got booted, while the star-bellied Sneetches all taunted and hooted.
They just are not suited. No stars upon theirs.
Then one day, it seems, while the plain-bellied Sneetches were moping and doping alone on the beaches, just sitting there, wishing their bellies had stars, a stranger approached in the strangest of cars.
My friends, I have seen they've been treating you mean. My name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean. I know precisely why you're so unhappy, and that I can fix. I'm the fix-it-up chappie. My prices are low, and I work with great speed. and my work is 100% guaranteed. By my new patent process of polar potoxis of the inner subnuclear noosebomb nogoxis, you'll get a star like the star-bellied sneetch for the mere paltry payment of $3 each.
A star? Here?
Yes, my friend, there. And the first to go through gets the trip at half fare. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It works!
Yeah! It works! It works!
Them over there, they got stars upon theirs. And we over here, we got stars upon ours. We got 'em all, so we got 'em too. For every little bitty bit as goody good as you. Now we're socially acceptable at Marshmallow Toast. You'll have to send us invitations to your Frankfurter roast. Stars, stars, bless our lucky stars. All the sneetches on the beaches now got stars upon theirs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are faced with a most awkward dilemma. We're the true star-bellies. We had them first. We're still the best sneetches, and they're still the worst.
Yeah, but how are we going to prove it? Which is which? I can't tell us apart.
Let me through. Excuse me. Step aside, please. Thank you. You don't know me, my friends, but calm down if you can. I'm here to help the original Starbelly clan. Those upstarts, it's true, now have stars just like you. But follow me, my friends, and you know what I'll do? I'll make you again the best sneetches on the beaches. And all it will cost you is $10 eaches. Belly stars, my dear friends, are no longer in style, and I'll have yours off in a very short while in my wondrous machine which eradicates stars. Then you won't look like sneetches who have them on theirs.
Eradicates these?
Eradicates these with the greatest of ease, provided you pay your $10, if you please.
Here's 10 for the boy and 10 for me.
Thank you. How original!
How distinctive!
How exclusive!
Now we know who is who, and there isn't a doubt. The best kind of sneetches are sneetches without the old-fashioned custom of walking about with stars on your belly is O-U-T, out. Abdominal stars we cannot abide. Abdominal stars are abominable. Abdominal, abominable. Abdominal stars are abominable. O-U-T, out. O-U-T, out. That old status symbol is O-U-T, out.
Then, of course, those with stars all got frightfully mad. To be wearing a star now was frightfully bad. Then, of course, old Sylvester McMonkey McBean invited them into his star-off machine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Then, of course, from then on, as you probably guessed, things really got into a horrible mess. All the rest of that day, on those wild, screaming beaches, the fix-it-up chappie kept fixing up Sneetches. Off again, on again, in again, out again. Through the machines, they raced round and about again, changing their stars every minute or two. They kept paying money. They kept running through until neither the plane or the Starbellies knew whether this one was that one, or that one was this one, or which one was what one, or what one was who. Then, when every last cent of their money was spent, the fix-it-up chappie packed up, and he went. And he laughed as he drove his car up the beach.
They never will learn. No, you can't teach a Sneetch.
But McBean was quite wrong. I am happy to say that the Sneetches got really quite smart on that day. That day they decided that Sneetches are Sneetches, and no kind of Sneetch is the best on the beaches. That day, all the Sneetches forgot about stars, and whether they had one or not upon theirs.
A toast, raise your marshmallow stick. A toast, raise your good fellow stick. A toast to the silly gimmicky that we have here and there. Sound off and let the welkin ring.
So what do your star-spangled sing?
A toast, raise your marshmallow stick. A toast, raise your good fellow stick. And prove, prove, prove to your belly star.
Oh, beyond the last mountain, the very last mountain, beyond the last Zanica tree, beyond the last woomph bush, the very last woomph bush, there is a vacuous, vacant prairie, the prairie of Prax, and the tale of the Zacks.
One day, making tracks in the prairie of Prax, came a north-going Zacks, a north-going Zacks, and a south-going Zacks, a north-going Zacks, and a south-going Zacks. And it happened that both of them came to a place where they bumped. There they stood, foot to foot, face to face. Look here now, the north-going Zack said. Hey, say, you are blocking my path. You are right in my way. I'm a north-going Zax, and I always go north. Get out of my way now and let me go forth. Who's in whose way? Snapped the south-going Zax. I always go south, making south-going tracks. So you're in my way, and I ask you to move and let me go south in my south-going groove. Then the north-going Zack said with north-going pride, I never have taken a step to one side, and I'll prove to you that I won't change my ways if I have to keep standing here 59 days. And I'll prove to you, yelled the south-going Zacks, that I can stand here in the prairie of Prax for 59 years. For I live by a rule that I learned as a boy back in south-going school. Never budge, that's my rule. Never budge in the least, not an inch to the west, not an inch to the east. I'll stay here not budging, I can and I will, if it makes you and me and the whole world stand still. Well, of course, the world didn't stand still. The world grew. In a couple of years, the new highway came through, and they built it right over those two stubborn Zacks and left them there, standing unbudged in their tracks.
Oh, I frequently think every now and then of the glorious fruit of the noble hen. Eggs! Eggs! E-double-G-S eggs. My knowledge of eggs is tremendously wide. I've eaten them boiled, I've eaten them fried, poached and shirred and deviled and scrambled, omelette, schmomelettes, coddled and frambled. I've eaten them beaten and swizzled and swazzled, frizzled, gedizzled, bamboozled and fuzzled. I know every way that an egg can be guzzled. And thinking of eggs reminds me of Sam, whose favorite dish is green eggs and ham.
I am Sam. Sam I am. That's Sam I am. That's Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am. Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham.
He does not like them, Sam I am. He doesn't like green eggs and ham.
Would you like them here or there? I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am.
He doesn't like green eggs and ham. He doesn't like them.
Would you like them in a house? Would you like them with a mouse? I would not like them in a house. I would not like them with a mouse. I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere.
Green eggs and ham. He doesn't like green eggs and ham. He doesn't like them. He doesn't like green eggs and ham.
Would you eat them in a box? Would you eat them with a fox?
No, not in a box, not with a fox. Not in a house, not with a mouse. I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere. Yuck. I would not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am.
Would you, could you, in a car? Eat them, here they are.
I would not, could not in a car.
You may like them, you will see. You may like them in a tree.
I would not, could not in a tree, not in a car. Now let me be. Not in a box, not with a fox, not in a house, not with a mouse. I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am.
Sam, oh Sam, oh Sam I am. He doesn't want him, doesn't need him, wouldn't touch him, wouldn't eat him, wouldn't like him here or there. Or anywhere.
Could you, would you, on a train?
No, not on a train, not in a tree, not in a car. Sam, let me be. Not in a box, not with a fox. Not with a mouse, not in a house. Not here or there, not anywhere.
In the dark? Here in the dark? Would you, could you, in the dark?
I would not, could not in the dark.
Would you, could you, In the rain?
I would not, could not in the rain. Not in the dark, not in a train. Not in a car, not in a tree. I would not like them, Sam, you see.
Would you, could you, with a goat?
I would not, could not with a goat. I will not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere.
Would you, could you, on a boat?
I would not on a boat. I will not with a goat. Not in the rain, not on a train.
You do not like them, so you say. Try them, and you may. Try them, and you may, I say.
Sam, if you will let me be, I will try them, and you will see. Oh, say! I like green eggs and ham. I do. I like them, Sam, I am. And I would eat them in a boat, and I would eat them with a goat, and I will eat them in the rain, and in the dark, and on a train, and in a car, and in a tree. They are so good, you see. So I will eat them in a box, and I will eat them with a fox.
He will eat them in a box, and he will eat them with a fox.
And he will eat them in a house, and he will eat them with a mouse, and he will eat them here or there. Say he will eat them anywhere.
I do so like green eggs and ham. Thank you, Sam, I am.
At the far end of town where the grickle grass grows, and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows, and no birds ever sing excepting old crows, is the street of the lifted Lorax. Grickle grass,
street of the lifted Lorax. Grickle grass, somebody lifted the Lorax away.
What was the Lorax? And why was it there? And why was it lifted and taken somewhere from the far end of town where the grickle grass grows? The old Onceler still lives here. Ask him. He knows. You won't see the Onceler. Don't knock at his door. He lurks in his lurkim on top of his store. And on grickly midnights in August, he peeks out of the shutters, and sometimes he speaks and tells how the Lorax was lifted away.
It all started way back, such a long, long time back. Way back in the days when the grass was still green, and the pond was still wet, and the clouds were still clean, and the song of the Swami Swans rang out in space. One morning I came to this glorious place. Then I saw the trees, the truffula trees, the bright-colored tufts of the truffula trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. And under the trees, I saw brown barbaloots frisking about in their barbaloot suits.
Under the trees, happy-dappy barbaloots. Under the trees, in our barbaloot suits. Under the trees, eating truffula fruits. Holy succulent, mellifluous, deliciously, mellifluous,
Sweetly succulent-fluous
truffula fruits. Summer times are coming. Under the trees, hummin' fish are hummin'. Under the trees, under the trees.
Oh, these glorious,
Glibibulous,
glorious,
spendibulous.
dandy, flandy, flimbulous truffula trees.
Those trees, those truffula trees. All my life I'd been searching for trees such as these. The touch of their tufts was much softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping of love in my heart. I knew just what I'd do. I unloaded my cart. In no time at all, I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a truffula tree with one chop. What you doing in my tree stump, buddy?
Your tree stump? Your tree stump? Mister, I am the Lorax. I speak for the...
Forget it. I don't really need the stump. You can have it, little fellow. Just enough to finish the cuffs. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Now, who'd you say you were, little fella?
Mister, I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues. And I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs, that thing, that horrible thing that I see. What's that thing you made out of my truffula tree?
Look, Lorax, calm down. There's no cause for alarm. I chopped down just one tree. I'm doing no harm. This thing is most useful. This thing is a need, a fine something that all people need. It's a shirt. It's a sock. It's a glove. It's a hat. But it has other uses. Yes, far beyond that. You can use it for carpets, for pillows, for sheets, or curtains, or covers for bicycle seats.
Sir, you're crazy. You're crazy with greed. Well, there's no one on earth who would buy that fool's need.
The birth of an industry, you poor stupid guy. You telling me what the public will buy?
I object, in the name of the trees.
All complaints will be filed in this box, if you please. Now I'd reached the stage where the potential was known. This business was too big for one Onceler alone, so promptly I built me a radiophone. I called my brothers and uncles and aunts, and I said, listen here, here's a wonderful chance for the whole Onceler family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast, take the road to North Nitch, turn left at Weehawken, and sharp right at South Sketch.
Don't stand around talking, turn left at Weehawken, to the Onceler's house we go. Don't waste your time talking, turn left at Weehawken, to the house of the glorious Onceler we go.
Opportunities knocking, there'll be no more squawking.
We're gonna get rich,
Filthy rich.
no more holes in our stocking. Turn left at Weehawken, to the house of the glorious Onceler we go.
Gentlemen, I wish to speak for the trees. Here are some facts to cogitate and ruminate. It takes 10 months for a truffula seed to germinate. It takes 10 long years before the seed grows into a sapling. It takes 10 more years.
And in no time at all in the factory I built, the whole Onceler family was working full tilt. We were all knitting needs, just as busy as bees, to the sound of the chopping of truffula trees. Then, oh, baby, oh, how my business did grow. Now chopping trees one at a time was too slow. So I promptly invented my super axe hacker, which whacked off 4 truffula trees in one smacker. We were making needs 4 times as fast as before, and my profits, incidentally, were soaring galore. Inadequate roadways. I want a 4-lane highway over there.
Instant Roadway Company at your service, sir. I speak for the trees. Let them grow. Let them grow. But nobody listens too much, don't you know? I speak for the trees, and I'll yell and I'll shout for the fine things on earth that are on their way out. They say I'm old-fashioned and live in the past. But sometimes I think progress progresses too fast. They say I'm a fool to oppose things like these, but I'm going to continue to speak for the trees. I'm going to continue to speak for the trees.
It's always fair weather when good Oncelers get together.
I'm going to continue to speak for the trees.
The old assembly line comes another flea, answering humanity's each and every need. Everybody do need a flea.
It isn't just a panty vest.
Use it for a hammock when you need rest.
It's a toothbrush holder for your weekend guest.
Your canary will love it. It's a lovely nest.
Try it in soup. It adds great zest.
It'll cure those backache pains in your chest.
Everybody do need a flea. You'll be amazed, you'll be nonplussed. It tastes like bread without the crust.
Grooms your hair when it gets mussed.
Rid your home of dismal dust.
It's a natural, it's a must.
Eliminates carburetor rust.
Everybody do need a flea. It's super duper hooper hyper. Makes a perfect windshield wiper. Foolproof trap to catch a viper. We no complaints from any griper. Papa smokes and Millie's piper.
Baby says,
Boy, what a diaper.
Everybody do. Everybody do. Everybody do need a flea. Today we're here to celebrate, perpetuate, and demonstrate our love for the good old Munster, founding father of the flea. 3 cheers for the good old Munster, Georgie Washington of the flea.
Very heartwarming. Very heartwarming.
Oh, place your hand upon your heart and recollect his humble start. He came here in a horse-drawn cart upon his sacred mission. Today the Onceler's fame has grown. Today the name of Fleet is known. It's carved in everlasting stone. And seen on television.
For he's a jolly good Onceler, aren't we all? For he's a jolly good Onceler, aren't we all? 999,995, 96, 97, 98, 99, 1 million!
Stop it! Stop it! There's something I've got to tell you.
Huh? Oh, it's Nature Boy, the Garden Club member.
Now listen, all of you. I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. Whoops!
That was the Lorax. He spoke for the trees. Miss Funzler, Miss Funzler.
Yes, Mr. Onceler?
Miss Funzler, send in Miss O'Schmunzler.
Miss O'Schmunzler for Mr. Onceler. Take a letter, Mr. Onceler.
Take a letter, Miss O'Schmunzler, to my cousin Yunny Yunsler, General Manager Needs Incorporated, Stockholm, Sweden. Dear Yanni, I'm overjoyed to hear how our business in the Scandinavian market is. By leaps and bounds, Sweden. The entire international picture is most exuberantly rosy and...
Oh, Mr. Onceler, he's back. That Lorax nut is back again.
Yes, I am the Lorax who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots, who played in the shade in their barbaloot suits and happily lived eating truffula fruits. Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough truffula fruit to go round.
I see your point. Yes, I do see your point.
They love living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys. Good luck.
Barbaloot suits, barbaloot suits. Hiking off to somewhere in our barbaloot suits.
Please think about it, won't you?
Every once in a while I sit down with myself asking, Onceler, why are you a onceler? And I cringe, I don't smile as I sit there on trial asking, aren't you ashamed, you old onceler? You ought to be locked in a hoose cow, you should. The things that you do are completely ungood. Yeah? But if I didn't do them, then someone else would. That's a very good point, Mr. Onceler. Progress is progress, and progress must grow. Things were going just fine all the way down the line. Needs were selling like hotcakes from Timbuktu to Texas. I was feeling quite relaxed in my good old solar plexus when he snuck out of a pipe. He was back with another gripe.
Onceler, you're making such smogulous smoke. My poor Swami swans. Why, they can't sing a note. No one can sing who has smog in his throat. And so, please pardon my cough. They cannot live here. I am sending them off.
Where will they go?
Where will they go? I don't hopefully know.
Will there be another dawn? The sunrise for the Swami Swan. Exit, exit, Swami Swan.
What do you want? I should shut down my factory? Fire 100,000 workers? Is that good economics? Is that sound for the country?
I see your point, but I wouldn't know the answer.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll think it over.
No! You've run out of time for thinking things over. I'm sorry to yell, but my dander is up. Let me say a few words about gluppity-glup. Your machinery chugs on day and night without stop, making gluppity-glup and also sloppity-slop.
Slop, slop. Slop, slop.
Dogo, dogo.
Blank.
Dogo, dogo.
Blank. Slop, slop. Slop, slop.
Dogo, dogo.
Blank.
You're glumping the pond where the humming fish hummed. No more can they hum, for the gills are all gummed. So I'm sending them off. Oh, their future is dreary.
I hear things are just as bad up in Lake Erie.
Just fish out of water on hot, dry land. People ain't fish, so they can't understand what happens when simple things get out of hand. And a fish and his family's on hot, dry land.
Well, Mr. Onceler?
First the poor barbaloots, then the poor swami swans, now the poor humming fish. Oh, Mr. Lorax, Mr. Lorax, this cursed factory of mine, now at last I understand.
Mr. Onceler, Mr. Onceler.
Huh? Oh, yes, Miss Funzler.
Stock market's just closed, and Thneeds Incorporated stock is up. Up 27 5/8 points.
Wow. Wow. Rowdy dow! Now you listen to me, Pop, while I blow my top. Trees! You speak for the trees. Well, I speak for men and human opportunities. For your information, you Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering. And biggering, and biggering, and biggering, turning more truffula trees into Thneeds, which everyone needs. And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From outside in the fields came the sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then we saw the tree fall. The very last truffula tree of them all. No more trees. No more Thneeds. No more work to be done. And in no time, my uncles and aunts, everyone, all waved me goodbye. They jumped into their cars and drove away under smoke-smothered stars.
For he's a jolly good one, sir, aren't we all? For he's a jolly good one, sir, aren't we all?
Now all that was left neath the bad-smelling sky was my big empty factory, the Lorax, and I. The Lorax said nothing. Just gave me a glance. Just gave me a very sad, sad backward glance as he lifted himself by the seat of his pants, and I'll never forget the grim look on his face when he hoisted himself and took leave of this place through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace. And all that the Lorax left here in this mess was a small pile of rocks with one word.
Unless?
Yes, unless.
What's an unless?
Just a faraway word, just a faraway thought.
A thought? About what? About something I ought?
Well, a thought about something that somebody ought. A thought about something that somebody ought. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing's going to get better. It's not. Hold on a minute. Where is it now? Don't go, I've got something for you. Here it is. It's a truffula seed. It's the last one of all. Catch, don't muff. You're in charge of the last of the truffula seeds. And truffula trees are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffula. Treat it with care. Give it clean water and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest. Protect it from axes that hack. Then the Lorax and all of his friends may come back.
The Hoober-Bloob Highway, in case you don't know, starts way up above and ends way down below. It starts far beyond where the astronauts go, and far, far beyond where the Groo-Grusters grow. The Hoober-Bloob Highway gets steeper than steep, where the mini-moons sleep and the blue creepers bleep. Then far, far above, if you see what I mean, far above the beneath and betwixt the between, that's where Hoober-Bloob works at the job that he's got. I'm really not sure if he likes it or not.
Shoo, shoo, off. Away with you. Kindly shove off. You're about to use the runway. Go on. Vamoose. I, of course, am Mr. Hoober-Bloob, the dispatcher. This is the place we dispatch them from. Down there is the place we dispatch them to. And this is how we go about it. Adjust the manipulator. First, the carriage. Then the occupant. Please. I hope you're quite comfortable. Now, we don't send them down unprepared like we used to. In these modern days, we brief them scientifically.
The big telescope, please. The big telescope, please.
Now, before we ship you down to Earth in your very special cart, we're going to be quite honest, and you'll listen if you're smart. I hope you can see clearly. A hole, please. There are so many places to send you that it's really only fair to give you some idea as to what goes on down there. And wherever you go, I want you to know that you're going to find some problems. For example,
you might live in this lovely palace in Bajanajistan, and you might think that that would make you a very lucky little man.
But very frankly, the attic is simply infested with tigers.
On the other hand, though, you could very, very possibly go to a most attractive smallish town called North Ninza-Skrinzabo. Here the snow is crisp and clear. There are no tigers here to fear. But I'm sorry to inform you that you'd have to learn how to milk a walrus. Suppose you were sent to the town of Gazer, where the beautiful sidewalks go every which where, and you live in this happy home high in the air, with your bedroom up here and your bathroom up there. And that's the way it is, bub. You're apt to get stuck. And the place that you live in is quite frankly a matter of luck.
The hometown selection contraption, please. Wherever the Hoober-Bloob stops, that's the place you'll go to.
We are delighted to be able to announce that this fortunate little fella has won the jackpot and the privilege of living in the town of West Wachacatella.
Congratulations. As I said, congratulations. This is the future viewing contraption. Now, before we actually send you down, we must show you what is going to happen to you down there in that town. And, Bub, if you don't like it, if you have the slightest doubt, and you don't want to go, just tell us so, and your trip will be canceled out. It's a deal? Roll the reel.
This is your life in West Wachicatella.
You've got your work cut out, young fellow, in as much as you've got to learn to do things such as put on your socks. Now your shirt. Now your breeches. No scratching, no matter how it itches. Keep your fingers occupied with more important things. Scrub out the bathtub. Never leave rings. Learn to use your toothbrush. Learn to use your hairbrush. Learn to use your shoe brush. Tie a knot, what a knot. Take a look at what you got. Answer the doorbell. Hang up your pajamas. Turn the television off. Turn the frizzolator on. Answer the doorbell. Socks. Shirt. Itches. Britches. Toothbrush. Hairbrush. Carry out the garbage can. Such an awkward little man.
I warned you, Bub. Things move pretty fast down there. And also, sometimes things move very slowly.
And you'll be there among the daisies beneath a beneficent bright blue sky. And you'll lie there so lazy, happy, hazy, doing nothing but watching the snails race by.
And here they come past the half-mile post. It's Creeping Katie in the lead, a nose ahead of Soggy Toast. And way back along the rail, what's the name of that there snail? Why, it's Leaping Luella, showing unexpected strength. It's Leaping Luella by 10 long lengths.
Are you sure you're quite comfortable? Well then, we will take up where your mother left off. If equilateral triangles meet with quadrilateral rhomboids, causing mathematical adenoids, I give you this little problem, Bub.
Can you postulate, rectangulate, the conical coordinate of the parametric, heptatetric, rhomborebic, globothrebic, isoloidal, cosmic weight of the non-recurring distillate of the paranoidal dip? Oh.
And that's just the beginning, Bub. Beginning, Bub. Beginning, Bub. Your head will really start spinning, Bub, when you take up theology. Biology, geology, theology, moonology, psychology, ideology, chronology, prunology, pharmacology, splatology, thisology, thatology, and jumpin' jolly, oh my golly gee! Oh, the things you have to know.
History, you have to know your history. You'll have to know those dusty, musty gents. Emperors, kings, and presidents. You'll have to remember which one is who, and remember his birthday and the size of his shoe.
Remember Sir Oliver Oglethorpe?
all ching chong chos.
And which queen of Crumlin had a wart on the end of her nose?
Who's that geezer? Julius Caesar?
Looks to me like Ebenezer.
No, that there is Ebenezer. This is Sir Frederick von Plump Pleaser.
And this is Sir Alfred Fluther, Hilary Bennery Blurn.
Oh my gracious goodness, but the things you've gotta learn. You'll have to know why do cows chew their cuds, and why are fiddle disters always blowing suds. You'll have to learn the smell of the pipulated pinkweed, how it differs from the smell of the stipulated stinkweed. How tall are the pyramids? How deep is the river Nile? And how many teeth in a crocodile's smile? And how many bones is a diplodocus? And how many bones is a Rhymphorhynchodiclopodulatifficus?
Will he want to go down there? How do you bet? Have you come to any decision as yet? You'd like to see a little more, maybe? Huh? I know the way you feel, bub. But cheer up, we made a deal, bub. You don't have to be a human, not at all, not at all. I agree with you, bub. It's a rough decision to make. Maybe you don't want to go down to Earth as a child. You have innumerable choices. There are unlimited possibilities. Just tell me what you wish you were, bub. Tell me the shape that you prefer, bub. It's no trouble to make you what you want. No trouble, bub, at all. Something like him. Or her. Or those. Or them. Or a tizzle-top tufted Salubrian snipe. You can be one of them if you care for that type. However, on the other hand, though, here's the way you conceivably might like to go. This is our latest two-tone model of the always popular six-footed bottle. Still, on the other hand, though, there's the hammika, schlippika, schloppika, schlo. On the other hand, though, if you think that's too slow, there are more ways to go. You can be anything, bub, don't you know?
But on the other hand, other hand, still another and another and another hand, still another and another and another hand, on the other and the other and another hand, on the other hand, other hand, on the other hand, though.
Tough, isn't it? Making up your mind. You still considering maybe going to Earth as a human? Then let's take another look at what would happen if you went there. It won't be all bad. Some nice things happen down there.
It's fun to be a human when the sun is shining bright. It's fun to be a human when the fish begin to bite. It's fun to be a human when you're zipping and you're zooming, and slurping also makes it fun. Fun to be a human. And slurping also makes it fun. Fun to be a human.
I regret to have to inform you that human beings are apt to get sick.
It's good to be a human when the trees are getting green. It's fun to be a breathing when the air is fresh and clean. It's fun to be a human when sweet daffodils are blooming. F-U-N, fun, fun to be a human.
I regret to have to inform you, you will lose an occasional tooth.
It's fun to be a human then off you dive. And when you're on vacation, it's so great to be alive.
I also regret to have to inform you, your vacation has just ended. You have now reached a point in your education when it's time to think about your future. What do you want to be when you grow up? A soldier? A sailor? A politician? A tailor? Maybe you're cut out to be a musician. Let's see if you have any talent. Maybe you ought to try the piano.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and...
Good heavens, you're impossible. Let's see if he has any mechanical ability.
What do you do when a snorkel goes slump and its front part starts sagging and so does its rump and it falls apart with a ghastly gazump? What do you do when the snorkin' goes slump?
It's really quite simple to put it together. The gicular snurkle fits into the gourd. The thrombin fits into the sprocket, and the scrotular glottit fits into the schnur. And now you pick up the sprungated what's this? Releasing the pressurized. What have we got, sis?
Well, maybe you're not mechanically inclined. How would you like to be a famous Tweedlebeetle statistician? You could be the world's greatest authority on Tweedlebeetle ballistics if you study Tweedlebeetles and their ballistic characteristics.
Now, when Tweedlebeetles fight, it's called a Tweedlebeetle battle. And when they battle in a puddle, it's a Tweedlebeetle puddle battle. And when Tweedlebeetles battle with paddles in a puddle, they call it a Tweedlebeetle puddle battle. And when beetles battle beetles in a puddle paddle battle, and the beetle battles puddle is a puddle in a bottle, they call this a Tweedlebeetle bottle puddle paddle battle muddle. And when beetles find these battles in a bottle with their paddles, and the bottles on a poodle, and the poodles eat noodles, they call this a muddle puddle tweedle poodle beetle noodle bottle paddle battle. And...
Stop it! Stop it! I can't stand it! That world is a vastly cruddy, bloody bore. You're much too nice a fella. I'm not going to send you there. Now what are you trying to say? I guess you're right. I sort of broke a rule. I am supposed to be neutral. My apologies, Bub. But I must perform the job for which I'm paid. You'll just have to see the rest of the picture, I'm afraid.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We've got a pretty hopeless case here.
Maybe it would help if we ask him a few very simple questions.
A few simple questions, just check them as they go. All you have to do, young man, is answer yes or no.
hydroponics?
Answer yes or no. Are you any good at microgonics?
Answer yes or no.
Are you religious?
Do you ever stumble?
Do you have bad dreams?
Does your belly ever rumble?
If you hope to win, keep up your chin and answer yes or no.
Has your old man paid his income tax?
Oh, you are so slow.
Would you marry a quiffer-quacks?
Answer yes or no.
Do your feet get sore?
Does your uncle snore?
How do you feel about going to war?
If you want to succeed,
Speed up your speed and answer yes or no. Are you, will you, won't you answer yes or no? Will you, won't you, do you, don't you answer yes or no? Are you, will you, won't you answer yes or no? Will you, won't you, do you, don't you answer yes or no?
And millions more questions you'll have to try to answer in the biggest question mark factory in the universe. Well, that's the situation downstairs on the earth. And it's time for you to vote, Bub. Do you or don't you want to go there? Answer yes or no. Come on, cooperate. You're holding up the entire production line. Do you or don't you? Do you or don't you want to go there? He votes in the affirmative. Look out below! Here comes a good one!
Good luck, Bub, to you, Bub, as you skittle down the skyway. You're heading for the earth, Bub, on the Hoober-Bloob Highway.